Chukwudi, what exactly is your work? 2 years, you have sold phone, you have sold car, you have sold shoes, and now you are selling furniture. What exactly is your work? Now, are you like Chukwudi, that you have been selling different kind of things? I understand. I'm sure it's because you are trying to make ends meet. Country hard. That is one of the reasons why in the next 100 days, I'm going to be showing you a better way of doing this thing. How you can find purpose, how you can stay and focus on a business and build it and become a huge name. I'm going to be teaching you how to build a successful business. And even if you decide that you want to go online and you want to diversify, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. And also I'm going to be fixing that mindset of yours that has been taking you pure. Join me on this 100-day journey. It's absolutely free. Titled Mind and Money. I am going to be teaching you skills that will help you transform not just your mind but also your pocket. Click on the link below. Get registered. See you there. You know say too much garri dey cause alcohol, and you know say this your garri wey you dey take na because of Satan. Now, let me show you how you can increase your income. Let me show you ways like stop drinking garri every single day. There are other types of food. There's rice, there's beans, there's chicken, there's so many other things. But you cannot afford those things if you rely on only one source of income, which is your salary. In the next 100 days, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make money both from cryptocurrency, forex, and from owning a business. And that is not just all. I'll be adding a bonus on teaching you life skills, how to get out of depression, how to handle breakup, and how to live a best life. If you are interested in turning finance around, click on the link below and join me on this transformative journey. It is absolutely free. Stop drinking garri every time. Because I said it's free doesn't mean that the link is going to remain open forever. Get on board. I'll see you then. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the grand finale, the final episode of the business therapy. Right. Okay. So today we have a guest in the building. He's a barrister, and today's topic is about legal issues and police case. Right, legal issues and police case. Okay, so I'm sure you, if you have done business in Nigeria, the legal issues are one aspect. A lot of people, don't really consider until they enter inside police problem, right? And I'm sure a lot of people would. I'm not the only person guilty of it, right? You would have been doing business and say, because now my guy, you not write agreement, and last now your guy now go carry you go police. So all those things, there are a lot of legal issues around businesses that can lead to police case. All right, so this topic is one that is very peculiar to me because I've had series of cases, and all of them is when you reason say, na my guy, then until na my guy, and you end up in the police custody, having in police interrogation rather, and you are having one or two conversations with them, right? Okay, so we have a seasoned professional in the legal field. He is going to be giving us, everything we need, right? You see, funny enough, when I tell you people to have better mentor, I think it's a lie. So I met this particular man at a meeting with my mentor, and I was blown, right? I will not do so much talk. I will allow him to do the introduction of himself, tell us what he does and all of that, and probably maybe tell us about his chamber. And from there he will fire on. So without wasting much of our time, let's bring to the stage Barrister Chukwemeka. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the Mind and Money series.
Thank you, Mr. Silas. Good to see you again.
Yeah. So tonight we are ready for. As usual, I like saying I'm with my paper and I'm with my pen, right? So we are ready to take down all what you have for us tonight. And within the next 30 minutes, the floor is yours. Give us as much as you can give us. And we are fully ready. right? I have me myself, I have fallen victim of these issues, right? So I'm sure a lot of people out there would not want to have testing first before they learn to, take the right step. Okay, so I'm going to get out of your face now, then we can take it up from there.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I think. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Nigeria network is on and off. Okay. Hola. All right. My name is Barrister Chukwemeka Okoli. Yeah. And I've been a lawyer. I'm a lawyer by profession. I've been into practice for the past 15 years. Uh, uh, my specialization is in the area of corporate and business law. Uh, yeah, corporate and business law. Okay, so that's my area of specialization. So when it comes to legal issues, can you hear me? I don't know whether I'm still on. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead. We are with you.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, so like I said before, I've been into practice for the past 15 years to the glory of God. And my area of specialization is corporate and business law. Okay, now when it comes to issue of legal issues, you talk about legal issues and also police. Okay, let me just um, I draw it from the perspective of business law. Like for every entrepreneur or every businessman, the first thing that they should be thinking of before you set up a business is to have your company registered. That's the that's the foundation of your business. You must have your company registered. If you are an entrepreneur or aspiring to be an entrepreneur, or you're into business, or you're already doing business, and and your company is not registered, just know that you are operating an illegal entity to start with. You are not legalized to carry out a business uh, in Nigeria. So the first step is to do what is to uh, register your company, register your business, maybe uh, a business registration, or maybe a company by limited liability, as the case may be. Okay, but let's just ensure that you register your business if you want to, dive into any business venture, no matter the nature of the business. Okay, make sure that your business is duly registered with CSC Corporate Affairs Commission. All right. Okay. So that's the first step. Because even as an entity, you can sue. If you register your business as an entity with this Corporate Affairs Commission, you can sue and be sued, as the case may be. And even when you have issues with people or you have issues with anybody, you can take the person to court. But if you are doing a business and your business is not registered, whether you're an upcoming entrepreneur or an established entrepreneur, or maybe just a startup or something, okay? A business or a company is not registered, there is no way it can sue or be sued, as the case may be. So the starting point is to make sure that your business is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, whether, like I rightly said, whether it is a business registration or a limited liability company. Yeah. Okay. So let's just uh, 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 stop here. Then also um, delve into other issues pertaining the operation of your business, and also uh, when you have issues with people that involve police. Yes. Okay. So, mm, can we take maybe another question so that I can throw more light on the some legal issues and also issues how to deal with the issues, how to deal with them when it comes to police case. Can you hear me?
So go ahead and tell us how we can avoid police case in business and all of that, right?
Okay.
If there are any questions, maybe at the end of your session, any questions that
Okay.
are there, you address it. Thank you.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you very much. Okay. So, like I said before, the first thing you have to do if you want to run a business in Nigeria and even outside Nigeria is to make sure that you register your business. Register your business with CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission. That's when people can actually trust and deal with you. If you are using your name to do a business, there are some people cannot trust you. If you are using your name to do any transaction that is not that is not a legal entity, there are things you cannot achieve when it comes to doing business with people. People will have to look at not your personality, okay, but your entity, and also whether your entity is registered or not. Okay, so let me just before I go further, let me just give you this uh, 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 give you an instance. Okay, I have this my clients, Indian people. They came in from UK yesterday, and they want to establish a business here in Nigeria. They're into agriculture. But you know what they want to do now? They want to set up their business, and get registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and so that they can operate here in Nigeria. Of course, Indian people, foreigners, they know the legal implications of operating a business without being registered. So the first step, like I just came back from the meeting now, is to have their business registered, their company registered first uh, with the Corporate Affairs Commission, okay, and also uh, with all the relevant authorities so that they can proceed with their business registration. Now, when your business is registered and they have a police case or you have issues with people or with anybody, you can sue them or they can sue you. Now, in the course of your business, transactions here and there, buying and selling, going into partnership with people, bringing investors to invest in your business and all of that. One thing is paramount, and that is making sure that, first of all, do your due diligence. Um, Make sure that you have all your documentations intact. Uh, do your all your compliances and also uh, uh, have your board of directors intact because in a global world that we're into, you can't just do business alone. It's advisable that when you want to do a business or want to set up a business, it's very important that you bring in partners or investors who can help you to take the business to the next level. Time is gone when you want to uh, just run the business on your own, and then you just want to be the CEO, be the supervisor, be everything. No, that time is gone. Our advice, yeah, there are people who are also they want to go, they will just want to be the you know the you know the main business owners without partners or investors. Okay, no, it's not advisable. Whatever you want to do, make sure that you have, apart from having a board of directors, make sure that you have at least partners or investors who want to invest in your business. it gives it gives it a global face, So when you want to, I've had cases where people, my clients, for instance, okay, did businesses with other people, and uh, there was an issue, and of course, that landed them in the police station. The first thing uh, uh, you have to know when it comes to transacting with people, no matter who they are, whether they are family members, whether they are your friends or colleagues or whatever it is, make sure that whatever you are agreeing on, the terms and conditions must be written down. Yes, must be in an agreement, duly signed by the parties and the witnesses. Sometimes people make mistakes of saying, "Oh, ah, these are my friends. Why am I signing? Am I signing documents? Why do we need an agreement? These are my family friends. These are my brother. These are my uncles. I don't need an agreement." No. Whether it is your uncle, whether it is your brother, whether it is your father, whether it is your mom, it is business. Business is business. Whether it is your friend or your colleague, whoever it is, make sure that in any business transaction that you have a written agreement, signed, agreed, based on all the terms and conditions, and signed by the parties and signed by the parties, and also by the witnesses. Okay, because sometimes we have an issue with the police or have an issue and it ends up in police. The first thing they will ask you is whether your company is registered. If your company is registered, fine and good. The next thing they will ask you, this business you entered with this person, did you agree? Do you have any agreements? If you don't have any agreement, the chances are that you will end up losing the case. If maybe you are the one complaining, or maybe the person is accusing you of something, okay, you end up losing. So I advise people, I advise my friends, I advise my clients, I advise people that when you want to enter into a business, no matter how small it is, no matter the nature of the business, no matter what it is, make sure that you have an agreement. You draft an agreement. You draft, and I have a lawyer, get a lawyer to draft an agreement with you based on the terms and conditions you have with the other party. And it must be duly signed and also signed by the parties and also signed by the witnesses, their witnesses. And then you make sure you take it to notary public to notarize it, or you take it to court uh, to have it stamped, as the case may be, and yeah, you can take it off from there. Now, let me also, because I've had a lot of experiences involving the police. Sometimes, yeah, I want to go to the police. Okay, yeah, I'm on my right, and then then infringed on my right, yeah, uh, what they did is not good. I just want to take them to the police. Okay, from police, I'm taking them to the courts. My advice is this: number one, yeah, taking them to police is good, and from police to courts. But the best thing you can do, the best option that you can do, is to have a resort to ADR, mediation or alternative dispute resolution, uh, uh, before it gets to the police or before it gets to the court. Try as much as possible. is my advice to you. No matter the nature of your dispute with the person, with your partner, with your business partners or colleagues or the other party, okay, no matter the issue you have with them, before you get to police, make sure just try to explore all the options by settling out of police, by settling out of courts. Sometimes, when you take them to police, it will end up being against you. Sometimes when you take them to court, the law will end up being against you. So the first option, if you have any dispute, your business transactions with people, and maybe in establishing your business with other people out there, and you have disputes, or maybe the person defaults, or whatever it is, make sure that you explore the option of settling out of police, settling out of courts. Number one is that it will save you a lot of stress. It will save you a lot of time, and also it will save you a lot of money. All right. Yeah, it will save you time, it will save you stress, and it will also save you a lot of money. And that's the sense of, or rather, the importance of ADR, the importance of mediation, conciliation, reconciliation, as the case may be. You know, yeah, you just make sure that you settle out of out of uh, out of police, and also out of court, as the case may be. And so issues will come. Issues will come. Issues will come up legally. Issues will come up in terms of, not contravening the agreement or the terms and conditions of the agreement with the other party. Yeah, there will be issues. There will be disagreement. There will be where you have to discuss while you have to disagree with other party. All these issues will arise one day in one form of the other. Okay, but
Okay, I believe he's having some network issues as part of the issues that will come. All right, so I want to believe that we have been following exactly what he has said. So far, he has given us three powerful points when as it relates to legal issues. And the first point he said was that number one, if you must do business in Nigeria, ensure your business is registered. Ensure your business is registered. See, this is very, very important. One thing a lot of people don't know. If you do business that is not registered, and there is a case where you are at fault, right?
Can you hear me?
Okay, welcome back, sir. Welcome back. We lost you. We're not hearing you for a while.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Where did I stop?
No,
Can
no,
you
we,
remind me?
your network just went low. We got you until your network went low. Okay, so I was doing a little recap of what you said, but there are a few
Okay.
questions I just want to ask to help you, to help make ensure that we are still within the scope of this discussion. Now, in the event of a police case, right? Let's say you're doing business and there is a police case. What are the best practices? Yeah, that means you, of course, you advise that it's best to try and resolve out of court. But in an event where the matter has already gone to police, what's the best practice to ensure that you are not disenfranchised, you are not nobody is trampling on your right? What is the best practice? Are you with me, sir? Okay, I believe his network is. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Hello, sir. Did you hear the question? Did you get the question, sir? Hello, can you hear me, sir? All right. So it seems like our internet is not doing us so well, right? Okay. So all right. So while we wait for our guest to come back, I will just go back and highlight some of the points he has made so far. And these points are very salient points, right? The first point he made is that ensure your business is registered, right? So, like I was saying, if you're doing business that is not registered, you see, the problem is that if you do business with somebody and you fault, anything that is in your name, you are the person that will go, as in they can sell your property or whatever it is, right? So you want to ensure that you are registered, you have a registered business if you are doing business in Nigeria. All right, welcome back, sir.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nigerian network, huh? Yeah, it's been terrible.
Well, so what
Yeah.
I was asking, when I say in the event of a police case, what's the best practice, so you can for interacting with the police officers to ensure that you are not disenfranchised, because police people can open eye for people that don't know their rights, especially when it
Yes.
comes to business. So what are the basic things we need to know? What's the best practice when interacting with police based on business issues?
Okay, now when you have an issue with your business and it ends up in police, okay, the first thing you have to do is to call your lawyer. Call a lawyer. Yeah, make sure you call your lawyer, okay? Now, like I
Okay.
said before you enter into any business, if you enter into any business venture or transaction with anybody at all, right?
Yes.
Make sure it yes, make sure that you have an agreement. The importance of agreement cannot be overemphasized. The importance of agreement cannot be overemphasized. Okay, so in everything that you do, make sure that you have an agreement contained with your terms and conditions with the other party. Because the first thing the police will ask when you get to their station or to their police, to their place, is to find out whether you had an agreement with the person you're dealing with or with the person you have a dispute with. That's the first thing they will ask you. What was the agreement? Right? After doing your due diligence, okay, and the business ends up badly and all of that, and now you are here in our station. The first thing they will ask you, what what is your agreement with the other party? Okay. Now, when you have the agreement with the, presented to them, and all the terms and conditions are there, and of course the other party defaulted in one way or the other. Now, when they are trying to resolve, police can be very, their approach can be very dicey, and they want to hear from both parties. Okay, make sure that in the course of trying to resolve the issues with you and the other party, that you stick to the agreement you had ab initio. You stick to the terms and conditions you had ab initio. Don't ever, no matter the pressure, no matter the circumstance, the situation, don't ever say anything contrary to the agreement he had with the other party. Don't ever say anything contrary to the terms and conditions he had with the other party, because you have the agreement with you, and it's there before the police. The terms and conditions are there. The parties signed, the witnesses signed, the signatures are there, the dates are there, everything is there. So in trying to resolve, stick to the agreement. And like I said before, they will ask you to make a statement. Don't make any statement under duress. No matter the pressure they put on you, don't make your statement under pressure. Anything that you don't understand, ask for clarifications, okay? And again, they will ask you, maybe probably when the case is moving, and then they will ask you to write an undertaking. My brother, anything that you know that you cannot do, any obligation that you know that you cannot perform in the course of trying to resolve the issues with the other party, don't put it in your undertaking. Because anything that is contained in your undertaking or your agreement, sorry, not even agreement now, your undertaking or your statement will be used against you in the court of law. Anything at all that you say, maybe you say it out of duress, or you say it by maybe you are forced, or maybe you are threatened, will surely be used against you in the law court. All right. So make sure that you have your agreement intact, no matter who you are dealing with, whether you are dealing with your parents, whether you are dealing with your brothers. I'm telling you, when it comes to relationships are relationships, right? But businesses are businesses, okay? So when it comes to having a business with anybody, whether it is your friend, it is your colleague, whether it is your parent, with anybody at all, make sure that they enter into an agreement with the person. And now when it gets to police and they want to resolve the issues with the person, stick to the agreement. And anything that you want to write, a statement or an undertaking, make sure that they don't write it under duress. Because anything you write under duress, like I said before,
Okay, so
or you write in your
event,
statement, will be surely used
barrister.
against you. Yes. So
Okay, so barrister, in the
that's the
event
police.
of a business, yeah, in the
Yeah.
event of a situation um, where there is no written agreement, what if it's just a verbal agreement or maybe a WhatsApp agreement? Any of those ones, how do you go about it? You are already in police and there's no written agreement.
Okay. When there was never a written agreement, maybe we call it in Nigeria we call it a gentleman agreement. There is nothing like there shouldn't
Exactly.
be anything like yeah, there shouldn't be anything like a gentleman agreement. But in a situation or in a case where there was never an agreement, or maybe you just agreed via WhatsApp or whatever it is, okay. Now, when it comes to agreeing via WhatsApp or whatever it is, and they have the messages with you, that's why it is not good to, if you are having business transactions with anybody via WhatsApp, maybe chatting or maybe uploading documents and everything, make sure that you don't clear your messages. Make sure that you don't delete your messages, okay? Because when it comes to trying to extract uh, a piece of evidence from
Your line is breaking, sir.
from the matter, and that they want to have a look at your WhatsApp, and they see the evidence or pieces of evidence in your WhatsApp. Yeah, can be used. Yeah, those.
Okay. Hello, sir. Okay, so our guest is having serious network issues. I can see that questions are already beginning to pop up, and I believe a lot of people are getting some form of value, right? You see, these things are things that happen every single day. Things that happen every single day. Don't write and don't write undertaking under duress. Don't, right? And also, if you're doing business, even if if you don't have a written, a written and signed, agreement, it's good you have, at least some form of WhatsApp document. Yes. Hello, sir.
Can you hear me now? Yes. I
Yes, yes. Your
apologize.
network was.
I apologize. Yes, I apologize for that. I'm so sorry.
It's
Okay.
not your fault. It's not your fault. It's Nigeria. Okay, so somebody asked, what if the agreement was just verbal? What happens then?
Okay.
What if it comes out? No WhatsApp, no nothing. We just talk for phone.
Is of course the person should be able to know the legal implications or the consequences of such, or rather of such an agreement. Okay. But in a situation where such happens, okay, and you are in the police, uh, the only thing you can do is just to give your oral evidence. Give your oral evidence as per what transpired between you and the other party. That's the only thing you can do because you don't have any written agreement before you. You never entered into agreement with the person. So the only thing that can save you is to, is to give an oral evidence. Can you hear me? Is to give an oral
Yes,
evidence. And yes, it's just to give an oral evidence of what really transpired between you and the other party, okay? And now, because nobody was there, and nobody knew what transpired, or rather knows what transpired between you and the other party. There was no witness, there was no written agreement, there were no terms and conditions. Okay, it did what he had to do verbally. Okay, so in this case, where you must have given your verbal, rather, where you must have given your oral evidence as per what transpired between you and the other party, okay, and maybe the matter is not being resolved. The matter is not being resolved. Now, listen carefully. At this point, my brothers and my sisters, the only thing you have to do, or you should do, or you must do, is to settle out of police. Yeah, is to settle out of police. You don't have any agreement. There was no witness as per your business transactions. Nobody was there when it happened. You don't have a written agreement as per what happened or what transpired between you and the other party. And now the matter is in the police. The only thing you have to do at this point, or you must do at this point, is to find a way, to profile a way to do what, to settle out of the police. Because if
okay.
your matter, yeah, if yeah, because if I wanted to say something, because if your case ends up in the courts, what are you going to tender? What evidence are you going to tender? Do you have any agreement with you? Do you have any written agreement with you? Do you have any witness? No, no agreement, no witness, nobody was there. So for you to prevent such an embarrassment, or maybe ending in the law court, make sure, my brothers and sisters, try as much as possible to do what, to settle out of police. Yeah, to settle.
Okay,
You can
so
pay them
one
for
more,
bail and whatever it is. Okay, but
two
just make
more
sure.
questions before we go. All right. So
Okay.
one question here is it in the event of a loss, right? Let's say you do business with somebody, and this time there was a loss, there was a business loss. Uh, can the police help you recover your money? Because a lot of people are always any small thing when there's a loss, they go to police. Can the police actually help you recover funds in the event of a loss in a
Yeah,
business?
police can always. Yeah, of course. Now, police can always help you to. recover your loss or your money, okay, but you know what it involves. It's a it's not always a win-win situation. You give and they take, you take and they give, right? It's not always a win-win situation. Now, the best thing you can do, or the best option you can deploy, or the best step, Lego step you can take when you have when you must have lost money, or maybe when someone is owing you, or maybe when you had a bad business transaction with anybody. The best thing is to do what, to approach your lawyer. And once you approach a lawyer, he knows what to do. And now the first step the lawyer will take, the first legal step the lawyer will take is to do what? Is to write a petition. Yeah, write a petition to the police. Whether someone is owing you, or someone defrauded you, or someone duped you, or someone, for whatever reasons you are not favored in the business, something. The first step, Lego step, you just have to take is to do what? Is to write a petition against the person and submit it to the police. Then the police will take it off from there. With that, you are saving yourself some kind of stress. You are saving yourself some kind of money and also time. Because, if you have an issue, or if you have a loss in your business and you want to complain directly to the police, uh, let me make some reservations here. Okay, but the first step you have to do is to do what? Is to get a lawyer is to get a lawyer that will write a petition and submit it to the police. It is easier, it is faster, it is easier, it is faster, and it is cheaper to do that. Yeah. Police knows that, they knows what to do.
Okay,
Now they
okay.
know
So
what
there's
to
a
do when it
question
comes.
here.
Yeah.
There's a question here. Somebody said, "What do you advise?" Okay, let me just put it on the screen. He said, "What do you advise when one party has a relationship with the police and they are using that leverage to intimidate the other party?
Okay,
In a
yeah. He
place like
asks.
Nigeria, this is very, very."
Okay, let me advise you what to do. If you have a party, the other party has a relationship with the police. Let's say police station at Gariki, or the police station at Life Camp. The person knows the DPO, and maybe the person or you are suspecting that something fishy is going on. My brothers and sisters, what you should do is to write directly to the IG to withdraw the case from the police station. Yeah, it works. Write to the IG, write to the police headquarters, write a petition against the police, write a petition against the IPO or whoever it is. Write a petition against the person and submit to the police headquarters. They will treat it as much as possible. They will treat it. If you're not comfortable with the transaction, or with the way the case is going with the other party, and then you are suspecting that the other party is favored by the police, or maybe something fishy is going on, ask your lawyer to write a petition to the IG.
Barrister,
And then
barrister,
when what? Yes.
you see, we have had situations where somebody will tell you, you don't know, I will leave you in the cell for 1 year, I will leave you in the cell for 1 month. We have had situations like that where people use
Mm-hmm.
that power to intimidate people.
Yes.
So how will that person now be going to? Okay, because I think there was a particular time a police officer was telling me how a senator locked somebody and the person has been there for 1 month. So things like that, that's pure
Mm.
intimidation. They are not taking
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
court, nothing. They just hold him.
Yes. Yes.
So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
for somebody that is a business owner, how would he respond?
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Now, if you are locked up, well, let me start by saying this. Okay, the current IG. or the police force as as a whole frowns at issues that have to do with the fundamental rights of the citizens. Yes, they frown at any issue that has to do with encroachment or infringement on fundamental rights. Even the court frown at such issues that border on fundamental rights. Okay, so when this situation happens, this kind of situation happens, okay, the person is locked up for a month without being charged to court. You institute a fundamental human rights action against the police. Okay, because once a person has an issue, especially when it comes to a criminal issue, relating to business transactions, okay, the person is not supposed to stay in the cell or in the prison more than 48 hours without being charged to court. So you get a lawyer to write to the IG a petition against the police or whoever that is holding you, and then institute, if they fail to release the person from the cell or from the prison, then institute a fundamental human rights action against the police. And they will release the person. Sometimes we don't know our rights. Sometimes Nigeria don't know their rights. Yes, sometimes we are ignorant of our rights, of our human rights. If you are locked up in a cell, or even the police knows, they know that someone cannot be locked up in a cell or in a prison more than 48 hours. So if you are locked up because of a business transaction that happened or that transpired, or if you know someone that is being locked up in a cell or in a prison more than 48 hours, that is unconstitutional and illegal. And the next step you have to take is to do what? Is to get a lawyer to institute a fundamental human rights action against the police or whoever that is locking you up more than 48 hours without charging you to the courts. The laws are clear when it comes to this issue. And the police know, everybody knows, that someone that has not been charged to court, maybe was arrested, must be released within 48 hours. But, because sometimes we are docile. We are the docile people when it comes to it.
Most times you see this issue, barrister.
Yes, sir.
Most times you will hear if there is nobody to bail you, they will keep you there. So that means whether somebody is there to bail you or not, after 48 hours, they should release you or charge you to court.
Yes, they must charge you to court. Let me give an instance before we close. I had this client, he entered into a business transaction to renovate a house for his client. Okay, of course, he defaulted in one or two terms and conditions of the agreement. He defaulted, and the police arrested him. And they put him inside the cell. And when it was more than 48 hours, the guy was still there. And I'm telling you, with the person that locked the guy, that took him to the police and got him locked, is a high profile person in the society. But what police did, and this guy is still here, the legal implications, the legal consequences, and they started panicking. You know what? They had to call me and say, barrister, this guy is not opening up. Of course, my client didn't want to open up because he defaulted. But they were panicking. You know what? They were panicking. They were panicking because it was more than 48 hours. And they needed to take the guy to the court. They needed to take the guy to the court. And guess what? They took the guy to the court. And when they took the guy to the court, I had to, of course, now go to the court and, apply for his bail. And he was granted a bail. It was granted a bail. He was granted a bail. So they know these things. things. They know when they infringe on our rights, and they know the legal implications and the
Okay.
consequences. But one thing I advise Nigerians is to be abreast with your human rights. If you don't know
Fundamental human rights.
your human rights, or if you are
Final
ignorant
question, sir.
of your human rights, reach out to a lawyer. He will enlighten you. He will tell you about all these things, And you see, when people know that we don't
All
know
right.
our rights, they will leverage.
Okay. Barrister, your network is actually breaking, and I don't know if you can hear us, but I think we are running out of time. And Barrister's network is so blessed. That's the problem with our Nigerian network here. All right, so without wasting much of our time, I want to believe that this session has been impactful. Barrister, can you hear me?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, so one last question, and we need to be out of here in the next 60 seconds. How do you handle a case of theft
Okay.
inside your business? Inside your business, there is a case of theft. Maybe something goes missing inside your business, because a lot of people do it. They will lock all their staff, pack everybody, go to police, lock them. So in the case of theft within the business, your own business, something goes missing, maybe by your staff or somehow, but you cannot just find it. How do you handle that legally? Hello, Barrister, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, just make it, because it's a theft, is a criminal offense. Okay, so it's not a civil offense.
Barrister, you are breaking intensely. Hello, Barrister.
Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Can you hear? Yes, we can hear you now. You were saying something
Can you
about
hear
a
me?
civil case and a criminal case.
Okay, yeah. When it comes
Yes, we can hear
to
you.
Okay, when it comes to a theft, a theft is a criminal offense. Is a criminal matter. All right, it's not a civil matter. Okay, so when it involves a theft, the first step we have to take, because it's just the matter is for the state. That's for the police. Yeah, it's not a civil matter. So the first thing you have to do, the first step you take, is to make a report to the police. Make a report to the police. Okay. And then when you make a report to the police, normally the next thing they should do, or they will have to do, is to get a warrant. Yeah, to get an arrest warrant to come and arrest anybody that was involved or that is involved in the theft. So it's not a civil matter. It's not something that you begin to write a petition. You make a complaint at the police, and they will take it off from there, because it's a state case. It's not a civil case. Yeah, it's a criminal case. Okay, so the police will handle the rest of the case. All right. So you make a report to the police,
All
and they
right.
will come and arrest. Yeah, and they will come and arrest those who are involved, or who are involved in the theft. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. We are out of time. We are running out of time. In fact, we are out of time. It's not that we have run out of time. So I want to
Yes, sir.
thank you so much for it's been very, very, very it's been impactful. And even though the network was trying to misbehave, but I'm
I
sure we were
honestly,
able to get a whole load of information, right? So thank you
I'm
so much,
sorry.
sir. Thank you so much. We
You're
gained
welcome.
so much. We
You're
gained so
welcome.
much. So any last words before any last words? What are your closing remarks, sir, before we call it a night?
Okay, my last word to each and every one of us is to number one, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble as much as you can. All right, stay out of trouble as much as you can in whatever you do. Business transactions with people, make sure that you have an agreement. Make sure you have an agreement, a written agreement, not a verbal agreement. Make sure you have an agreement with the person, no matter who it is, whether it is your brother, your friend, your relative, your cousin, whoever it is. Make sure that you have a written agreement with the person. All right. And if you are entering into a business, a startup, as the case may be, register your company. Have your company registered. All right. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
We are super excited, super grateful. So we'll let you go now. We have gained so much from you. Thank you very much. There are already people saying God bless you on the, in the comment section. So thank you very much, sir. A lot of people say it was impactful and all of that. So thank you so much. This is where we'll call it a night today. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So let me
Thank
take
you
it
so much.
to
Yeah, it was an honor.
all
Thank you very much. It was an honor. Thank you
right.
so much. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good
Yeah.
night. Good night. All right. So I want to believe you gained a lot, right? There's really nothing to add. That was a barrister, a professional that gave us this thing, and it's very simple. Ensure your business is registered before you go into any business. Make sure there is a written agreement. Make sure there is a written agreement. Always make sure there is a written agreement. And if you enter police hand, know your rights. Know your right. They cannot keep you. You cannot be detained for more than 48 hours without being charged to court, right? And that means you should have a lawyer at hand. Have a lawyer at hand so you can always, reach out in events like that. All right. So thank you very much. This is where we draw the curtain. And this is the last episode of the business therapy session in our 100 days mind and money series. I am sure it has been very impactful. Right. So tomorrow we continue again with the crypto diaries. Right. And after tomorrow, every other episode or every other day is going to be the last session of that particular event. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. We need to run. We are really out of time. God bless you and thank you for having us and for giving us your time, your data, and everything. So until we come your way again tomorrow, do have a wonderful night and God bless you.